Hey fellas, what's going on? You know me, iconically late to the party. Let's do some picks and predictions, okay? Main card only. I am not doing prelims where there's like 3 fights I can see to do research on. I like doing my research and trying to make as informed a pick as I can on fights I'm interested in, and most of those aren't that, whether it be one or the other. But yeah, starting the main card, Joel Alvarez versus Elvis Brenner. Fun one. If you look at like their fights, Alvarez is like a rangy kickboxer type, and he has good jujitsu, like submissions and everything. And most of what I saw whenever I was checking his like the fight recordings and everything is most of his striking is punch, 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 low kick at the end of the combination. And then the submission threat he has, or I guess his bottom submission game, is there to kind of keep people off of trying to take him down. Because he does not have very good takedown defense. Like, it is, yeah, I have stats right here, 11%, which means basically means you shoot 10 shots, he's getting taken down 9 times. It's not the best stats. And if you look at it in comparison to Elvis Brenner and his stats, he is a good takedown artist. He also has very good jiu-jitsu. He's part of Shootbox. That's where Charles Oliveira trains and everything. It's not the best matchup for Alvarez in the grappling. Striking-wise, he could do a little bit because even though Elvis Brenner tends to have higher volume, the cleanness of his striking and his ability to kind of pick his shots and land well and defend well, I haven't seen it as much as, like, I haven't seen it be as effective as Alvarez. So I'm leaning towards Alvarez in the striking, but grappling overwhelmingly to Brenner. Because I don't think either of these guys are going to have such a drastic advantage grappling wise to where they're gonna where I'm like, yeah, this guy's definitely gonna tap him out. No, it seems to be where if Brenner does take him down, I think Brenner has enough ability to survive on the ground and keep his dominant positions, and I feel Alvarez has enough ability to land the better shots or more often on the feet, but Brenner is the more powerful guy striking wise. We've seen what he's able to do, especially even in fights where he's losing, because Alvarez 10%, 11% takedown defense, and Brenner was taking down Kutadaladze and stuff, who was like, he was looked at as one of the biggest up and coming guys, and he's definitely I feel like he's probably one of the more physically strong guys in the division, especially in the grappling. So I'm looking at it as, oh yeah, I forgot, Alvarez also beat Ismagulov, who was also in that thing. I feel like a lot of people were hyping them up just because they were like foreign. Because they are very good, but then like people like Brenner and Alvarez are beating them. And like some of them are close fights and everything, but they seem to be, like, prospect wise, I always at least follow in my mind where I go, I'm not going to buy into any hype on a prospect outside of the actual skill set I see from them. So I was kind of critical of Ismagulov and Kutadaladze and even Sarukian originally, and then Sarukian very obviously showed that he was better than that group. Gamrot was showing it too, but in the way where he's being Gamrot, which outside of like a lot of people getting mad at it, is just really funny to watch. But yeah, I have this, I'm leaning towards Brenner. I feel like he's done better and he has more weight. Yeah, this is the best way I can put it. Alvarez has one way of winning, I feel, and it's going to be a decision, like kickboxing on the outside and landing more often. Whereas I feel Brenner has the ability to really hurt Alvarez and win that way, and he can definitely take him down and I feel control him, land good shots, and possibly submit him. And although I still lean towards it being a decision if the grappling's that involved. So I'm picking Brenner. This is more of like I had to do like last second research on this one in the Mackenzie Dern fight, because I don't watch a lot of Mackenzie Dern or her fights. Last one I watched was Andrade, her and Andrade, and that's because I like Andrade. Like, I think she's fun. Yeah, I'm picking Brenner. I already said my reasoning, so yeah, moving on. Mackenzie Dern and Lupi Godinez. I didn't know the name Lupi was a thing. So, that caught me off guard. Overall, looking at everything, they both have. They're both okay striking and both are okay grappling wise. Mackenzie Dern is obviously more known for her grappling, but whenever you look at everything, the grappling, the takedown defense and accuracy of Godinez is substantially better than Dern's, and I feel using her, top wrestling and, well, her wrestling and top game and controlling and landing the shots on the top could definitely give troubles to Dern, because that's the last thing Dern really likes. What happens with Dern is she does a lot of outside work, striking, and typically uses her takedowns to hold people down and land some good shots, and she also has some solid submission ability. But her takedowns and everything, I don't think she's going to get them on Godinez. Godinez's takedown defense and everything is very good. It's very good for that division. So I'm leaning towards Godinez. I think just how often Dern kind of gets overwhelmed in the striking, and her takedowns aren't very good. So she has this jiu-jitsu ability and the ability to submit people, but she's not really the one who takes people down and does it all too often. However, Godinez has the stats to back it up and has shown that she can take people down, shown that she can do it throughout a fight, and because of that, I'm leaning to her, so I'm going Lupi by decision. I'm going Godinez. Picking her. Moving on. I forgot on my notes for Ferguson and Chiesa, I just put, come on, bro. Okay. I think Chiesa is on a 2-loss streak, or 3, like a 3-loss streak. And Ferguson is on 7. Most of those fights being in the weight class below. His last one being a decision loss to Patty. Before that, it was Bobby Green he lost to, Michael Chandler, all those guys. I'm picking Chiesa. Everyone's picking Chiesa. I checked the odds and it was like minus 400 Chiesa. By all means, he should win. Although, I would be so happy if, well, I have a soft spot for Chiesa, so I wouldn't be as happy if Ferguson pulls out a Darce and just gets it, because that would be really funny. But I'm like, oh man, Chiesa is just never getting out of his spot. He's just always there. But yeah, Chiesa, he's taller, longer, stronger. He's obviously the, stronger, more powerful, bigger guy. He's a welterweight. He's built welterweight. Ferguson is not. And he hasn't built himself up to welterweight. The last time he fought at welterweight was Nate Diaz. Did not go well, got choked out. I'm thinking Chiesa, maybe submission, probably a decision. I'm just saying maybe submission because, Green did it, and although he was stunned or what, I think he was stunned or something before the submission, but I'm very obviously leaning towards Chiesa. I don't think Ferguson has it anymore. He should have retired a while ago, but he's going to keep fighting, and people are going to keep watching, I guess. Moving on to the fight I'm kind of most interested in outside of the main event. Chito Vera and Davidson Figueiredo. I love this. This is a very fun fight for me, because I go, matchup-wise, I lean towards Davidson. He has very good grappling. He's a good striker. Chito's not very active. But then I go also, matchup-wise, Chito can 100% starch Figueiredo. So it's a fight where I go, this guy's more technical. This other guy has the ability to just put his lights out and win. So I lean towards the more technical guy on this. So I'm leaning towards Figgy, because I feel the last thing we've really seen with Chito's grappling is his fight against Sandhagen, where he got controlled pretty easily by Sandhagen for all 5 rounds. And then before that, the last time I remember seeing his grappling was him losing to Jose Aldo because of his grappling deficiencies and his inability to get up, get people off of his back, stop people from controlling him on the ground and get up. I'm thinking Figueiredo might be able to do that. And I feel because it's the 3 rounds, we don't really have to worry so much about Figgy kind of running out of gas and having like a Dominic Cruz moment against Cheeto, where he's like doing really well, sometimes eating a big shot, and it gets clipped towards like the later ends of a 5-rounder. We don't have to worry about that with Figgy this fight because it is 3 rounds, which is also leading to... If it was 5 rounds, I'd lean more towards Cheeto, but I feel that Figgy might be able to keep up a good pace, take him down, and control him for enough of the fight to win. And I don't think Figgy can finish him on the ground. And I definitely don't think Figgy can finish him standing up. Would you believe it if Figueiredo knocks Cheeto Vera out after the ass beating he took from O'Malley? I'd be amazed. That would be really funny. Moving on. My pick, Figueiredo. Decision. I don't think... If it's going to be a finish, I'm leaning to Cheeto. I don't think Figueiredo has a way to really finish the fight against Cheeto outside of possibly grappling, but I don't think I think the defense on the ground is enough for Cheeto to survive that. Only other thing I thought about is like Figgy reaching 36, and Bilal broke the rule in the championship fight ruling. I'll put my faith into Figgy on this one. Hopefully it doesn't bite me. But yeah, okay, moving on. Oh god, I hate his name. Oh, Mikhail Olechichuk, is that it? I hope that's close. And then Shara Magomedov. Magomedov's the better striker. I'm just gonna say Mikhail. I think that's how you say the first name, because I don't want to say... The only Polish last names I could really say are Blachowicz and Jędrzejczyk. That's because I've heard it so many times. I've not heard his name enough to know how to pronounce it correctly. So, Mikhail, yeah. Mikhail is the more powerful puncher. I'd argue he's the more powerful puncher, at least from what we've seen. But Magomedov is obviously the better striker, and neither guy has shown a big want to really be on the ground. And we've seen more bad things from... I almost said his last name again, Mikhail. We've seen more bad things on the ground from him where he's kind of doing well and then gets finished on the ground via submission. It's happened before. He's lost with a few submissions. Magomedov hasn't lost at all yet. I'm leaning to him. I'm picking him by decision. I don't think either guy finishes each other. I think it's probably going to be Magomedov on the outside playing outside kickboxer, and Mikhail not really pushing the grappling as much as he possibly could because of that. And it might be the outside kickboxer while the boxer tries to land a big hand on him. I'm thinking it's going to lean towards that, so I have Shara. Time for the big main one. SANDHAGEN and NURMAGOMEDOV. SANDHAGEN is the better striker. He is the more well-rounded fighter. He's longer. He's more mobile, more elusive, harder to hit. He doesn't have... I'd say neither guy is probably going to be able to knock each other out. I don't think either one's going to have the power to knock each other out. However, grappling defense from SANDHAGEN has always been iffy. He gives up his back a lot. And that's definitely something Nurmagomedov could take advantage of, get the back, possibly choke him out. He's been choked out before, not as of recent, but he's been in risky situations with some grapplers. I lean towards SANDHAGEN because of his experience, what he's shown in his well-roundedness. He has fought leagues higher competition than Nurmagomedov and has done well. I'm not sure how his arm will be after that tricep injury, but we'll see. I'm picking SANDHAGEN. Nurmagomedov is obviously the better grappler, but I doubt his ability to somehow control SANDHAGEN for all 5 rounds or blitz through him and get a quick submission. Just from experience and higher levels of competition and what I've seen from them, I have to pick SANDHAGEN here because he's shown me more. I haven't seen enough from Nurmagomedov to go, oh, he's the next big thing. He's going to dominate everybody. He's not dominating like the last guy he fought dropped him, and he won the rest of that fight, but it wasn't like obscenely just him destroying the guy the whole time like old Nurmagomedov Khabib was. It was him doing well on the grappling, landing some big shots from the top position, but not really him destroying a guy, just him having a dominant decision outside of being dropped. So, I'm picking Sandhagen here. Like, I have to. I haven't seen enough from Nurmagomedov. Now, if I see him dominate Sandhagen, then I'll go, oh, he might be the best guy in the division. Because I don't think anyone in the division dominates Sandhagen. I think everyone's going to have trouble with him just because of how he operates, his game planning, his ability, the way he fights. Everyone has trouble. I do pick him this time. Hopefully he wins, because I'd really like to see O'Malley and Sandhagen. It'd be very fun. Yeah, that's it. I don't really have much else. Hopefully all my picks are right, and I get to come back here in 2 days and go 6-0. I'm the best predictor ever. But we'll see. Y'all have a good one.